Hello everyone, Uber Badass Guy 69 here. Today I'm reviewing the 2003 Thailand martial arts action epic known as Ong Bak. It stars Tony Jaa, who in his first major role, and it also stars Ong Bak and Pamwari Yadkamal. Now in the opening of this movie you see a flag in the top of a tree, and it's a ceremony to test out who the strongest man in the village is if they reach to the top and can capture the flags for themselves. Now there's a bunch of men that race to the top and wrestle one another to try to get this flag. It's a pretty cool opening. You get to see how good Thailand's stuntmen are. I mean, they take some harsh falls to the ground. And eventually the flag's taken and a man drops to the ground, and he's revealed to be our star, who is Tony Jaa. Now since Tony captured the flag, he gets the honor of putting the flag around the Ong Bak statue, which the village worships for good luck and fortune. Tony is taught Thai boxing, and the monk who taught him Thai boxing tells him that he can never use it now that he has mastered it, because evil things come about using martial arts for no apparent reason. Eventually a gangster shows up to their village trying to buy some things, and when he is declined what the man has to offer, he ends up stealing the Ong Bak head from the village. The villagers get all saddened and lose all their hope, and then Tony rises to the occasion to go back and receive the Ong Bak head. The villagers give him what little bit of money they have, and Tony goes off into his first adventure. When he arrives there, he goes straight to an address he was given to see his cousin, Humley. Humley claims that he is not Humley, and his name is George. Anyway, what happens is Tony tries to give Humley a letter, and he knocks him out of the way. He ends up seeing that he has money, and he takes the money for himself to go bet on pit fighting. The gangster pays off a crime lord with the Ong Bak head. Now Tony stumbles into the pit, and thus begins our first fight, and thus ends our first fight. He becomes a crowd favorite, and eventually returns later to do some more fighting. He never wanted the money to begin with, he just wanted his own. Humley eventually reads the letter that his father had given him, and slowly he becomes a better man, although it doesn't show at first. The next day they're hustled by some loan sharks, and Tony's walking past. He sees that Humley is being beaten, but since Humley has treated him so badly, he acts as if nothing happens. Then the gangster lays his hand on the girl, and that's when Tony flips his lid. He knocks all of them down and tells them to never come back. Well, just when you think the loan shark's gone, he comes back, not just by himself, but with more. Being outnumbered, Tony does the logical thing and decides not to fight. He takes off running, and this leads to one of my most favorite parts in this entire film. This whole scene gets to show off Tony's acrobatic side, and he does some very sweet stunts in this. And juxtaposed is Humley doing all the same stunts and barely being successful at them, and it turns out being pretty funny. And to show that Tony's not a fake, they would show the same stunt from multiple angles so that you can see that there's no wire, that there's no stunt doubles, and they would usually try to capture his face. This was Tony's first big role. He had some smaller cameo roles in previous movies. Yeah, Human Run. Anyway, yeah, he broke through internationally with this movie. It shows off Thai boxing, which was not, it was known to the world, but it had never been shown very greatly in film. This movie's got some excellent stunts. I really like this film a lot. It's a big nostalgia trip when I watch it, because I was 14 when I discovered this film on the internet, and ever since then I've been an avid fan of Tony. I've seen all of his movies up to Ong Bak 3. I've even went back and watched the previous films where he had smaller roles, and I wait for him to come out of monkhood. Hopefully he does some more films, but you never know. Anyway, yeah, Uber Badass Guy 69 here. I hope you guys like my review on Ong Bak. It's a very good starter film for Tony Jaa, and if you want to see Tony Jaa's other films, you can check out Ong Bak 2 or 3, or you can also check out his martial arts movie known as The Protector, aka Tom Yong-goon. See you guys. Bye.